Once the velocity is choked, you open the vanes as the engine accelerates. So the idea with the VGT is we'll max out the 0.528 ratio, we'll crank, so we'll get our velocity maxed as soon as possible. This puts the most potential amount of work into the turbine wheel right off the bat, and then from there we're going to hold 0.528 as the engine accelerates. And that's what you're doing as you're making the area bigger. Another kind of neat thing, if you want to think about what happens in a fixed geometry housing, just because this makes for a great visual, is this is what happens to your reaction angle. So that's the angle of the exhaust gas striking the inducer, the turbine wheel. On a fixed geometry housing, at low speeds, it looks like your velocity angle looks like this. It actually looks way worse than this. So this is kind of like the ideal reaction angle is full open for this in this case. But as the expansion ratio goes up and the turbine wheel speed picks up, your reaction angle starts to look like this, farther, flatter, flatter, flatter. And what that does is it causes more and more turbulence on the suction side of your turbine blade, and that higher turbulence shuts off the available area to flow gas through, and it also is a flow on the turbine that is not producing usable shaft work. Because it's turbulent, it creates drag on the turbine wheel. So it actually starts to cost more horsepower from the turbine as you get into that state. So this is actually a really good representation for that. And now we're going to get into one more video on how the actuator system all kind of works.